5. Clerk?
Recording in progress.
All right, thank you, Clerk. Now please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You can be seated for a brief moment of silence. All right, thank you. Now on to approval of the agenda. A motion has been made to approve the agenda by Alder Profit, seconded by Alder Hinkfuss. Any changes? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Opposed, nay. The ayes have it, and the agenda is approved. Report by the mayor, I'll make it real brief. Just wanted to note that we've got Martin Luther King Jr. Day coming up on Monday. First time in the city's history that it'll be an official city holiday, thanks to this council for making that move and making it an official holiday here in the city of Green Bay. We've got the normal festivities, I think, over at NWTC on Saturday. They've got an MLK Day celebration, and then Divine Temple, 11 o'clock on Monday. I'll be over there reading a proclamation and celebrating with their congregation, so would certainly invite all the members of the public who are interested and council members, obviously, to attend either of those celebrations. Only other thing I've got for you, State Senator Jamie Wall is in attendance. I think he was able to introduce himself to a few folks, but he's one of our newly elected folks at the state level, serving in the state Senate. So appreciate him coming to attend our meetings. And we've talked a fair amount about the need for more state investment in local government, and so I know Jamie's going to be doing a great job advocating for us in Madison. So again, appreciate your attendance. With that, we'll move along to announcements from council. Any announcements from our alders? Seeing none. Move along to appointments. We've got one reappointment. Motion to approve made by Alder Profit, seconded by Alder Eck, and that's for the reappointment of Julia Nordyke. Any discussion there? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Opposed, nay. The ayes have it, and the reappointment has been made. We now have a couple of items under Committee of the Whole. I'll either go to Deputy Director Buchanan for a little bit of an overview, and maybe Director Ellenbecker as well.
Yep, I'll kick it off. So you should have each received a written memo on your desk. Basically, this purpose of this memo is just to share what happened at Redevelopment Authority today. We want to comply with Wisconsin Department of Revenue deadlines. We need to take action on these two items. Regarding TID 4, the first is an extension of TID 4 for affordable housing funding. This is something that the state allows municipalities to do to extend our TIF districts to generate additional funds that we can then apply to affordable housing projects throughout the city of Green Bay. We first created this policy for our TIDA program back in 2021. It's been very successful. In your packet, there's a list of projects that Development Director Rainier Wig had shared on how we've been able to generate dozens of new affordable housing units in our community, millions of dollars in new property value because of this program, providing homes to folks who are at or below that 80% area median income level. We are running low on those funds with this point in time with TID 4 reaching the end of its life. We have this opportunity to extend it, capture some additional revenue, and apply that to more projects. So that's the request, the first one that we're taking on here tonight. And then the second one is to terminate that TID after that extension. It's a formality. Department of Revenue requires we formally terminate TIDs, and so that's the next step as part of this process. That's kind of the high level. I'm happy to answer any questions. Director Ellenbecker, if you've got any more information you'd like to provide.
I can add, thank you, Matt. As Matt was saying, you know, the affordable housing extension is an option that the county can take. And the board here, can, accept. And that allows the city then to take one more year's worth of increment and bring it and put it toward, TDA, which is our affordable housing. The council could decide not to accept that, and then what happens is we would shut down the TID, and then the dollars would go to all the taxing jurisdictions a year earlier. But this allows the city to have that. It's about $650,000 that would go into a housing program, and then if we were not to do that, the city would only get their portion of it, so it would be something under $300,000, 200 some thousand that the city would get in the future of these dollars. So we are able to, one more tool that the city has for TIDS to be able to use this money and have this extension and use it for housing. And so to help. Affordable housing has to be done before the termination, and this TID terminates maximum TID term date is January 20th of 2025. And unfortunately, with our next council meeting is January 21, and we missed by one day, and DOR said, Wisconsin Department of Revenue said, you know, there is no exception. It had to be done. So that is why we're here today. So we need to put this extension in prior to closing the TID down.
Great. Thanks to you both for the overview. Any questions for staff? Alder Johnson.
Yeah, I would just add two additional bits of information, the same ones I shared earlier today at RDA, just because I did have a couple alders that asked me about this. So 75% of the balance needs to be used for the affordable housing, which means 25% could be really for any type of housing throughout the community. And this really, you know, aside from TIF, right, this is a tool we can deploy locally, which I think is really important to help some of these projects get done. And then the second piece of that is the projects do not have to occur within the TID boundaries. It can occur anywhere within the city.
Good points. Anything else? All right. With that, I would entertain a motion on item 1.
To approve.
Motion to approve made by Alder Johnson and seconded by Alder Profit. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor will say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Now on to item I2, which is the termination. Motion to approve made by Alder DeLee, seconded by Alder Galvin. Discussion on that. Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. On to resolutions. Clerk, anything on your resolution?
So we also have a deadline. This year, I will make sure the polling location resolution comes at the end of the year instead of the beginning of the year. We did have to move one polling location, one ward. We lost Botanical Gardens. So I'm in the process of trying to find larger locations on the west side, which are not always so easy. We also are going to split 29 and 40 from Colburn. 29 is going to go to Perkins, and 40 will go to St. Elizabeth and Seton. So I think that'll make that really a good location and have a lot of redundancy, so that the three polling locations that are there, 3 wards, can help each other. Also, notably, Lombardy, 1265 Lombardy, our friends down at Lambeau Field. That is not available to us for 2025, but we do have a really great community partner in One Way Church, which is actually just inside the Oneida Nation boundary. So, and it'll be a good early voting location.
Very good. Thanks, Clerk. Motion to approve. That's resolution 1. Unless we wanted to, we could suspend the rules if interested.
Motion to suspend the rules, take them all up.
Alder Johnson makes a motion to suspend the rules, take up all the resolutions with one roll call vote, seconded by Alder Galvin. Discussion on that? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. The rules are suspended.
Motion to adopt.
Motion to adopt made by Alder Johnson, seconded by Alder Presley. Any final discussion? Seeing none, we will use the board. Those are adopted unanimously. Petitions and communications, adjournment. Motion to adjourn by Alder Johnson, seconded by Alder DeLee. All in favor say aye. Opposed nay. The ayes have it. We're adjourned. Thanks everyone.